So from personal safety to protecting our brains, a way to detect concussions earlier, right after an injury on the field or anywhere else here in the Quad Cities. Check it out next on PSL. When it comes to school sports or any activity that can result in a bump to the head, there is the risk of concussion or brain injury, and finding out about it quickly is very important. Laura Frankowski is a physical therapist from the Concussion Management Program at Genesis.
Yes, ma'am.
There's such a thing, and I'll bet you're busy.
We are busy.
Mainly, what are the main cases you see, Laura?
Right now we're seeing a lot of athletes who have been injured in their particular sport. We're also seeing kids who just generally are injured at school if they're in gym class and they're hitting gym class or that sort of thing.
Soccer,
Mostly
football, those things too, right?
Yep.
Well, we thought we'd better put up a list of observed symptoms. Like, so your kid fell or in a game or whatever and comes home, or maybe you're still out there on the field.
Right.
Things to watch for: the signs of concussion: appearing dazed or stunned, answering questions slowly, moving clumsily, generally confused, maybe can't recall the events before or after the incident.
Right.
All of those, does it take just one or two, or all of those symptoms?
If you see one, you have a concussion when it really comes down to it, because every person is different. One person might have memory trouble, another person might be clumsy. You just never know exactly what yours is going to manifest like.
The brain is so complex.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yes.
What is concussion, Laura? Define it.
Ultimately, it's a brain injury. So there's some sort of impact that hits the front of your head or the side of the head or the back, and it makes your brain move back and forth in your skull.
Well, we're going to show this balance machine that you have at Genesis. Explain to me how you use this in case of concussion, or these tests that you put people through.
Right. So we have a battery of 2 tests. The first one is a cognitive test, which is a computer-based test. It looks more at memory, how your brain is functioning, your concentration, reaction time, that sort of thing. And that's the one you're seeing on the screen now. So they're taking that test on the computer, and it's giving us data as to where they're at their normal. This test is the balance master test, so it's looking more at your actual balance or physical part of the concussion. It'll look at your reaction time, how quickly you're moving, if you're moving appropriately, and it will give us objective data then to look and say you are at your normal or you're not at your normal.
What's the remedy for concussion?
Rest.
Just rest.
That is the best thing you can do, especially initially. Rest and let your brain heal. When
you say rest, do you mean lie down?
Yeah.
You should be lying down and what, not thinking much? Or what?
Exactly. Let your brain rest. You should not be thinking much. You should be, minimize light, be in a darker room. The hardest thing for kids is no phone, no iPod, no music, no TV, no Xbox.
I'm even hating all of that.
I know, right? You really have to let your brain rest.
Well, I tell you what, if you can get a concussion even from a light bump on the head.
Absolutely.
So watch for that, and those signs and symptoms we talked about, they can appear later.
Right.
After the injury.
Right. Even up to a week later, you can have symptoms.
There's all the information for Genesis, and in particular, this concussion management program. Laura, thank you so much.
No problem.
There might be more and more of this as school starts up again, right?
Absolutely.